memory of RPG. Hello! I am making my experience video of the G1 special. If you don't follow me on Instagram at 130fan123, it's going to be somewhere in the screen. I went to the G1 special in the USA for NJPW. And let me tell you, this past weekend was just amazing. So I am going to talk about my experience at the G1, and I will be posting like photos throughout the video so you guys can see the shots that I took with the camera that I got for my birthday. So let's get to it. So the first day was a little like an experience of learning because, you know, this was the first time in the US, and everything was very disorganized. Not only was it like disorganized, but it was started late. It started late. I think it started like around 12:38. So it gave less time to meet wrestlers. Like, for example, the Kenny line was super long and not even everyone got a chance to meet him. And so, like, that's one of the reasons why when I was in the Kenny line, we got out and went to the Young Bucks. So speaking of the Young Bucks, that was an amazing experience. I will put photos somewhere, like right there. It's just amazing. I will watch the video and explain to you guys what I was saying to them. So I have my phone here, and I will find the video. They were super nice. I don't understand why people hate on them so much just because of their gimmick, I guess. But, oh my god, it was my dream to meet them, and it was just the best. What sucks is that they had turned off the lights at the thing, so the quality on this video is kind of low. So, okay, let's watch it. He called me darling. I was like so nervous. I told them my Twitter. So they signed my Elite shirt, which I will post a photo. I was telling him about Kenny. I was gonna beat Kenny, but I was like, never mind. The flag. So I was telling him what pose. So I said, can I have 2 pictures, one with the Adam pose and then one normal. I got so nervous. Oh my god, okay, so I was basically like having a conversation with the Young Bucks, and basically it was like me telling them, like, I post the Young Bucks merch every time I get merch of them, I post it on Twitter, and then Matt was asking, what's your Twitter? And I was like, 130fan123, there's my Twitter again. Or, yeah, my Twitter. And I was like so nervous because I didn't know what to say. And I was like, oh yeah, like, I have your flag, which is signed as well. Oh yeah, they were like telling me to hold the shirt and stuff for them to sign it. For sure, I thought I was just gonna meet one person, like them too. Like, literally, to meet them, you had to get a ticket, which I'll put a photo of because I took a photo. And that ticket guarantees you a meet and greet. And a lot of people bought like 5 or 10 and there wasn't enough for, you know, other people. So I'll talk about in the second day what they did. And so it was very disorganized, but they literally learned from their mistakes. Like, I think the second day went better than the first day. And I was telling them that the Kenny line, they were already telling us, like, oh, you might not have a chance to meet Kenny, because at 2, everything's shutting off because they have to train. And, you know, I'm like, you know what, let's just go to Young Bucks. And we met the Young Bucks, but there's a lady behind my brother and I, and she got to meet Kenny. So I was like, if we would have waited, we could have met Kenny. But you know what? In the future, 2018. So our seats were really, it was next to the entrance area. So I was like super excited because I was like, okay, I can get really good photos in the entrance. And I did. I mean, there's some like the Young Bucks, or I got some with Hangman Page and Jay Lethal, and I got a lot of Takahashi and Naito, and Los Ingobernables, I have one. And so I got all of them, and the crowd was just amazing. I thought like all the stuff that Japan does in the crowd, we kind of did. We didn't mock it specifically because we weren't quiet at all. We like, you heard, like, I never thought I would be cheering like, Osprey, 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 or many people saying, show me the DM, or like, you know, like mocking the Japanese girls, like saying Tanahashi, or Kenny, or oh, Zack Sabre Jr., oh, Zack Sabre, which I did a lot because I was like in shock that I was seeing Zack Sabre for the first time, as well as Will Ospreay. And then I never thought I would be chanting Omega, or doing the, which, by the way, isn't that supposed to be like when he's gonna do the flip over the ring? Because we kept doing it like over and over and over, and I was like, no, this is just for that specific moment. But I mean, whatever. And then we did the elite. But yeah, so the first day was pretty good. I really enjoyed it. It was just like those little tiki things in the meet and greet, and yeah, it was just, the first day was amazing, and I prayed to God that the second day would go just as well, because, you know, it was my birthday on Sunday, so, you know, just wanted to get everything so good and everything perfect, I guess. Day 2, dose. Okay, so for day 2, everything was just, okay, so we learned from our mistakes from coming at 12 p.m. and doors, and it was like full. The second day we went a little bit earlier, like around 10, and the woman we met yesterday, the day before, her name's Kumi. She was like, she recognized us from the day before, and she was like, oh, come here. And we were like, okay. So we lined up with her, and we did like little conversations here and there. She was telling us about how she met Tanahashi, and how she's met Okada 5 times and Kenny 5 times, and this will be her 6th time meeting Okada, because we were in line. And yeah, like, shout out to Kumi, best person ever, and best fan ever too. And so we got in around 11:30. They let us in earlier, and then we still waited at the hall for 30 more minutes until the doors opened. Me and my brother hurried to the merch table, and I was like, okay, you're buying 8 tickets, and then I'll be in line for Okada. It's like, cool. We heard this is where they got organized in. We heard that the maximum of buying tickets was 2, so we can only buy 2 tickets. And so I was like, get out of line and buy your ticket. And he was like, no, like, I'm gonna stay here. I was like, bro, I can only buy 2 tickets. You have to come and buy the extra 2 tickets. He's like, okay. And so we had 3 tickets in total, my brother and I. We waited in line for Okada, and my brother decided to have a conversation with the guy that was in charge of taking the tickets. So the video for the Okada didn't come out as well as I thought. So in the video, I tell Okada I try to go to the merch table and use his Rainmaker money, and he was like, oh sorry, like it didn't work, that I couldn't buy anything with his merch money. So
I'm using that.
He was laughing too, and I was like, it's like the opportunity to get a laugh out of him. And yes, I did touch the title. It was such an honor to meet Okada, and I did touch the IWGP title. I didn't know where to put my hand, like, should I put it over him, or you know, like, because I had this hand doing this, and then I was like, okay, I'll do it this way. And I didn't notice that I touched the title until I saw the photo back. I was like, I touched the title, I touched the IWGP title. Okada is just a down-to-earth person, and might as well put it in. My brother was wearing the original Bullet Club shirt. When my brother met Okada, he's like, oh, the original Bullet Club. So I'll put that video in. Still, it's my brother. He points at it. So he said, my brother said, oh, I figured it's okay for me to wear this since you and Finn are friends. And he was like, oh yeah, duh. And it was just amazing meeting Okada. I just can't stop saying that because it's such an honor. I mean, he barely comes to the US now. But yeah, it's just, Okada is an amazing performer overall, and live, he's just beyond me. I got some Rainmaker money too. So the next person we met was Tamatanga and Tangaloa. I wanted to meet Haku, but you needed 2 tickets, and I really wanted to meet Cody, so I used my other ticket on Cody. And so this is me going up to Tamatanga and Tangaloa, and I did mention it was my birthday, so they like start freaking out, and they're like, yeah. Tanga. He was making fun. That was an honor. So Tonga Loa was like, is it with a, because usually it's like C or K, and I was like, oh, with a K, and he's like, oh, so it's is it with a KA? And so we started making like little jokes to Tonga, and then I felt bad. Tamatanga was like, just playing with him. His YouTube channel, I'll put it here. Okay, I need to hug him. So, I was basically telling Tamatanga, because he has a YouTube channel, which I will put in the eye right there somewhere. I was like, oh, like, hopefully you have good content, because you know how we have the Being the Elite. And I was like, I like what Tamatanga posts as well, you know. So yeah, Tamatanga and Tangaloa, they were very nice, very funny. Tamatanga's just laugh was just making my day, because just seeing him smile was making me smile. I was just like, ah, you know, in shock. And you know, I love GOD. I was kind of sad that they lost the titles, but they will gain them back. I for sure know, hopefully. And just making Mr. Haku say happy birthday to me was just like, Thank you, like, you know. And I kind of felt bad because I wanted to meet him too and take a group picture, you know. But I need to record. And so, which, by the way, we're up to next. Okay. So a video that went on Instagram, I basically gave Cody Fuck the Revival Cup, and everybody started freaking out, so let's play that. He told me to fix his tie, and I don't know how to fix a tie. Until my brother told me after, I'm just like, sorry. I was like red too. Off the side. Okay, so in here I'll put the cap. I'll probably cut right now. And I showed him the Fuck the Revo. He kind of forgot the title because he was letting everyone hold the title. And then I told him it's my birthday. I like how he kept the cup though. So I didn't know what facial expression to do, so I came out like a little weirded out in the picture. And then I was like, oh, can I have an 8x10? So he was like, oh, do you want your cup? And I was like, no, it's yours. I freaked out because he was using my cup. I was like, I'm still shocked. I always have to say Carlo with a K because people spell it with a C. That's just awesome. So here I mentioned, I'll probably stop it from here and I'll just skip it. So basically I told him that like I'm really thankful for what he did with Drag Shadows because, you know, no other superstar would go for a family and help them like how he did with Drag Shadows. I have one more. I have Fale. Oh. So I was basically, he was like, oh yeah, I get emotional when I see Finn or whatever. Then I asked him, which the video cut off. I was like, is Tonga Coffee your shop? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, I was like, oh yeah, because I follow it on Instagram. And he's like, oh okay, you should come by sometime. Or you should come by sometime, I think he said. And I was like, yeah, Tonga Coffee shop is in Japan. I don't live in Japan, sadly. But, you know, I'm hoping Wrestle Kingdom, you know, where I'm going with this. Fingers crossed that I attend it. But yeah, Tamatanga, Tangaloa, Haku, Cody, Okada, Young Bucks, they were just all amazing. Meeting people there that were wrestling fans, and you know, like, it's so hard to find people that like wrestling nowadays, and especially like indie wrestling or New Japan for sure. But yeah, like everything was just so perfect that the second day. The seats were great. The crowd was wild the second day too. Even probably wilder. I was just in shock that everything just went as planned as I thought it would be. And thank you to everyone that commented on the Nick Jackson photo where I put waking up like it's your birthday, like you're turning 19 or something like that. So I'm gonna shout you guys out right now. because you guys deserve that. I recommend you guys getting tickets in 2018 because it will sell out. I'm gonna shout Bliss off the list as well. YSK0630, Jackie underscore Rojas 17, AJ Lee Leas, so it's AJ Lee and then SUS. The day news page, and I think that's it. Yeah, thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I truly appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you like or dislike this video, give it a thumbs up or thumbs down, whatever. I just want to tell you guys my experience of G1. And also, if you are going to NXT Bakersfield, I am selling 2 tickets for 65 each. So hit me up if you want to go for that. And comment down below what you guys want me to do next of, you know, videos or whatever. And also make sure to check out my Becky Lynch video somewhere down here. And don't forget to subscribe. And also follow all my social media stuff. And I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully, maybe it's me in front of the camera or me just editing. So, yeah. Bye. Beretta and Romero. We're going click clack, all you other juniors. You better step back, forever is forever. Well, in memory of RPG.